Hello. Welcome back to Snugglewood, young Dreamlynx. My name is Irene. Wrap yourself up in your comfiest quilt and let tonight's calming story and soothing sounds gently ease your mind. Drift into a deep, rejuvenating sleep under the tranquil surroundings of these beautiful stars above. And so our story begins in a place called Snuggleton and the sleepy giant tale of cozy cabins. Welcome to Snuggleton, a magical land nestled in the mountains, filled with enchanting forests, sparkling lakes, and warm-hearted creatures. And there, hidden away in the heart of Snuggleton, lies a collection of cozy cabins. The cozy cabins are no ordinary buildings, as they are crafted by the sleepy giants themselves, infused with their special powers to bring restful sleep to all those who enter. Each cabin is uniquely designed and decorated, with soft blankets and fluffy pillows waiting inside for weary travellers. As you make your way through the winding paths towards the cabins, you can hear a gentle rustling in the trees and birds singing sweet lullabies. The air itself seems to whisper words of comfort, guiding you towards the perfect spot to snuggle up and relax. The first cabin you come across is Serenity. Its wooden exterior is adorned with delicate vines and flowers, creating a serene and peaceful atmosphere. As you enter, you are greeted by the warm glow of a crackling fire in the fireplace. The scent of freshly baked treats wafts through the air, bringing a sense of comfort and nostalgia. You sink into the plush armchair by the window and watch as the stars twinkle above. Next is Tranquility, nestled right beside a tranquil lake. Its walls are made of giant glass, offering stunning views of nature all around, while delicate moss and ferns adorn the rooftop. Inside, you find a luxurious bed with furry sheets and a plush, cushioned comforter. The sound of gentle waves lapping against the shore provides a soothing background noise as you drift off into dreamland. Further along the path, you come across Harmony. This cabin is built within a grove of trees, creating a cocoon-like setting. As you step inside, the scent of pine fills your senses and instantly calms your mind. A hammock sways gently in the breeze, inviting you to rest and let go of any tension or worries. The final cabin you come across is Bliss, situated at the top of a hill overlooking all of Snuggleton. Its walls are adorned with intricate tapestries and paintings, depicting scenes from the land itself. A cloud-like bed awaits inside, surrounded by soft pillows that seem to hug you as you sink into them. A gentle harp-like sound plays in the distance, which lulls you into a state of pure bliss. As you explore each cabin and its unique features, you can't help but feel a sense of calm and peace wash over you. you realize that these cozy cabins are more than just buildings. They are sanctuaries for the mind and soul. Just outside the cabins, the moonlit pathways glimmer with a faint silver hue, as if each step you take is guided by starlight itself. The refreshing scent of night-blooming jasmine fills the cool air, mingling with earthy pine and the occasional sweet hint of distant lavender, an invisible invitation calling you to continue wandering through this enchanted glade. Above, the canopy of trees stretches wide, forming a protective arch against the night sky. Every leaf seems brushed with moonlight, softly glowing in hues of blue and silver, as tiny fireflies twinkle like miniature stars in the branches. Soon you find yourself standing before a small, gurgling brook that winds lazily between the cabins. Its waters are crystal clear, reflecting the round, luminous moon above, while smooth river stones create tiny cascades that sing a melody both soothing and ancient. The brook seems to hum in rhythm with the land, inviting you to stop for a moment. A delicate wooden bridge spans its width, each plank polished by time and enchanted with carvings of playful critters, woodland creatures engraved so lifelike it feels as though they might spring free to scamper across the forest floor. The brook leads you to a tucked-away retreat, known to only a fortunate few. This cabin, smaller than the others, but no less magical, is lovingly named Solace. It is perched on the giant curve of the brook's bank and partially hidden by a weeping willow whose long, gentle fronds sway like curtains in the soft night breeze. Inside, Solace greets you with warmth and understated beauty. Its walls are lined with bookshelves overfilled with tales written by Dreamlynx scribes. Their spines shimmer faintly, as though holding the whispers of dreamers past. A circular skylight above the center of the cabin casts an enchanting pool of moonlight on a round, cushioned daybed in the middle of the room. You lay down for a moment, letting the borderless sky above cradle you as the faint burble of the brook serenades your ears. Venturing onward, you leave Solace behind. Here stands the cabin called Daydream. Its shape is round and whimsical, with walls that shimmer when the light catches them, appearing almost translucent like morning dew on a flower petal. You aren't quite sure if the walls are made of wood, crystal, or perhaps something entirely otherworldly. Inside, vines dotted with tiny, glowing flowers wind their way up the corners, releasing a soft light around the room. At its heart is a bed unlike anything you've seen before, suspended gently by ropes of silver-spun thread. The soft base rocks subtly with the faintest movement as though cradling you to sleep. A nearby fountain whispers in tranquil tones. Its water tumbles across pebbles that pulse faintly in colours of emerald, sapphire and gold, lulling you deeper into a state of absolute, relaxation. As you continue meandering through this dreamlike land, the forest opens into a wide meadow, framed by sleeping wildflowers whose colours are muted in the moonlight, but no less enchanting. The meadow feels alive with invisible energy, as if the grass carries the warmth of every visitor who has walked before you. At its edge, nestled at the base of the towering ancient oak, you discover Elysian, a cabin with deep chestnut beams and a roof of thatched moss. The oak's limbs stretch protectively over it, and a spiral staircase carved into the tree trunk leads to a small balcony above. Climbing up, you feel the whisper of the night air tugging at your hair, and from this vantage, the entire valley of Snuggleton stretches out before you. A soft quilt and a furry-lined chair sit waiting on the balcony, and once you rest there, you can hear the faint hum of a wind chime, its tone bright yet soothing, as though the stars themselves were playing along. Returning to the winding paths, you pass by patches of fragrant herbs, their leaves releasing calming aromas as your footsteps brush against them. Lavender and frankincense intermingle with the earthly scent of sage, wrapping you in an invisible cocoon of comfort. A narrow trail leads you to a clearing where the cabin named Haven rests. This dwelling seems like a natural extension of the land. It emerges from the hillside itself, its roof covered with moss and tiny blooms of yellow and white. A small stream flows over the cabin's rounded stones in a soothing cascade before continuing down the hill. Nature's melodies fill Haven with an unbroken sense of tranquility. Inside, the earthly walls radiate warmth, and a glowing hearth offers a luminous orange light, casting shadows that flicker and dance like drowsy fire sprites. Beyond Haven, as if saving a true treasure for last, lies the serene peak of Snuggleton, encircled by cabins that seem lighter than air. These cabins, rumoured to belong to the oldest of the sleepy giants, float slightly off the ground, tethered gently by glowing vines of ice-blue light. The largest of these is Celestia, whose walls are glass-like, reflecting the cosmos above in every direction. Stars appear to twinkle both outside and within, creating the illusion of floating through a gentle sea of constellations. Inside, you find the gentlest ambient sounds, and every surface seems moulded to cradle the human form into complete stillness. The bed feels more like a soft cloud that envelopes you just enough to feel fully protected, leaving only the sensation of weightlessness, as if you, too, have become part of Snuggleton's twilight magic. And as you sink deeper into the comforting spell of these enchanted cabins, you realize that Snuggleton holds an enduring promise. A land woven not only from dreams, but also of deep, unyielding peace. Its trails, its cabins, and its quiet whispers welcome all who seek to leave behind the busyness of the waking world and return to a state of stillness, rest, and wonder. A gentle breeze carries the soothing hum of wind through an ancient grove, path dips into a shallow glen where the air grows cooler, wrapped in the mist of the night sky. The forest softens here, its trees shorter but densely packed, their trunks encircled by silver ferns that catch the faintest glimmer of moonlight. Nestled amid this hidden pocket of wilderness is a cabin called Whimsy. Its form is playful, built with curving lines that gently sway upward, as though the structure itself mimics the call of the forest. The cabin's roof is speckled with tiny orbs of light that drift slowly into the dark canopy above, leaving trails of soft illumination. Approaching Whimsy, you notice something unusual. Small, carved steps of smooth stone leading to a round doorway accented with vines of silver and blue. When you press the door open, a sweet floral scent rushes to greet you. Here the ceiling arches high into a dome covered in luminous constellations, a perfect replica of the night sky, perpetually glowing no matter the hour. The walls, decorated with cascading ribbons of material, seem to ripple as if touched by an invisible rhythm. A set of plush floor cushions, arranged in a sprawling nest, lies in the center of the room, surrounded by low tables holding delicate glass globes filled with twinkling fairy lights. A soft melody fills the air, the sound of delicate chimes layered with the faint strum of a harp. You settle into the cushions and feel the textures shift harmoniously with your form as a faint warmth radiates from them. It is difficult to tell where the music originates, but it embraces the spaces like the cabin itself has a heartbeat. Looking closer, you notice something else quite magical. Tiny luminescent butterflies gently flit about the corners of the room, their movements creating patterns of light that mimic shooting stars. Time slows in Whimsy, each playful detail inviting you to linger in its carefree charm, as if foregoing any worries and simply dissolving into its graceful wonder. From Whimsy, a winding path leads into the forest, where the glowing mushrooms line the trail like tiny lanterns. They guide you towards a shimmering brook, where another cabin humbly resides. Aptly named Serenity, this dwelling seamlessly blends with its surroundings, its roof overgrown with patches of soft moss interwoven with wildflowers. The air here carries the fresh, invigorating scent of water mixed with the gentle sweetness of blossoming petals. The brook itself babbles past the edges of the cabin and into a tiny pool that reflects the stars above with an uncanny, almost mystical clarity. The door to Serenity opens easily, revealing an interior that is both simple and profoundly calming. The walls are natural stone, smooth and cool to the touch, covered in small carvings of flowing streams and cascading waterfalls. At the center of the cabin lies a large circular basin, carved from stone and filled with warm, crystal-clear water. Spouts line the edges, gently releasing soothing streams that create a soft, rhythmic trickle. The water sparkles faintly, as though infused with the essence of moonlight itself, instantly drawing you to its comforting glow. Nearby, an arrangement of soft bedding layered with thick, woven blankets rests beside the fireplace. A set of earthen cups stands on a carved wooden table, filled with a tea steeped from local herbs that fills the air with a slightly sweet fragrance. The quiet here is profound. You set yourself by the basin, letting your fingers trail through its calm waters, and feel the tension melting away from your body. Serenity draws you into stillness, inviting you to linger in its hush, filling you with an unshakable sense of peace. The path forward grows faint as the cabin fades into the background. You feel the land gently shifting beneath your feet, as if it's guiding you towards your next destination. At the lake's edge stands a cabin called Radiance. Its walls glimmer faintly, much like the pane of a clear mirror, blending effortlessly into the shimmering water surrounding it. The door is shaped like an arch and glows faintly, outlined by lights flickering in soft hues of purple and silver. When you step inside Radiance, you are greeted by a magnificent sight, a seamless blend of water and light. The walls of the cabin feature flowing streams of illuminated water running vertically, giving the space a surreal, dreamlike quality. A large hammock of woven threads sits in the center, suspended by what seems to be strands of liquid light, rocking gently above a shallow indoor pool. The water glows faintly in varying shades, pulsating softly as though alive, reflecting the sky filled with constellations back upward. Gentle waves echo through the cabin, paired with an almost imperceptible hum that resonates inside you, aligning perfectly with your breath. You climb into the hammock, which cradles your body like a gentle wave, swaying just enough to lull you closer to sleep. From this vantage point, the stars above seem closer than they were just minutes ago. Each breath feels light, unencumbered. Slowly you feel the rush of daily life fade entirely, replaced by a deep calmness that radiates from every surface of Radiance. Beyond the stunning lake, the path transitions yet again, twisting upward into the higher regions of Snuggleton. The land here feels more open, with rolling hills blanketed by soft grasses and scattered with glowing bluebell flowers. On a sloping hilltop, barely visible against the night's backdrop, stands a cabin named Ethereal. Its structure is delicate in appearance, almost like it was crafted from strands of moonlight and frost. You climb the hill and approach Ethereal, marveling at the way it seems to shimmer and shift with the breeze. Its door is woven from intricate silver vines that part for you as you step inside. The interior is expansive despite its modest outward appearance. Wisps of mist swirl around the room, catching glimmers of light and casting rainbows against the cool, translucent walls. A series of large window-like openings release panoramic views of the entire Snuggleton Valley. The twinkling lights of the distant cabins like stars scattered across the land below. Here in Ethereal, time feels irrelevant, like an endless twilight, holding space only for your rest. You curl up on one of the soft, laid-back seats next to a small carved table where glowing, fruit-like objects sit invitingly. You take a bite out of one, and its flavour wraps you in a gentle warmth, like sipping sunshine itself. Comfort radiates throughout your body with every passing moment, urging you towards effortless relaxation. Each cabin in Snuggleton weaves its own distinct magic, yet they are all bound by the same intention: to offer respite, peace, and a return to an unshakable connection with the dreamlike essence of the world. Your time here has slowly drawn you deeper into harmony with the land. While each cabin carries its own story and charms, they are all united by the same thread: a desire to provide you with a space to simply be, and in that beingness find restoration and healing. As the dark skies showcase the magnificent stars above, a reminder that true serenity can always be found when we take time to pause and reconnect with ourselves and nature. The path for ethereal winds gently downward, guiding you into a new expanse of Snuggleton that feels untouched, as though it has been waiting for your arrival. Here the air carries a distinct crispness, tinged with the scent of pine and frost. The horizon awaits its soft glow, the promise of a new day just beyond reach. You continue on, eager to see what other wonders this land holds. The journey may be long and winding, but with each step you take in Snuggleton, you feel yourself growing lighter, more at peace, and more connected to the magic of the world around you. As you near the end of your journey through Snuggleton, you can't help but reflect on the incredible experiences and moments of stillness that each cabin offered.